Ken Keller. Thank you for hearing me. So I read this book, most of it, and particularly the parts that have been alluded to. And I also read up on the possible bias of the authors. Mr. Miller wrote a book called Human Instinct, How We Evolved and to Reason and Free Will. He also wrote a book called Finding Darwin's God, a scientist's search for common ground between God and evolution. I don't personally have that much of an objection to this book as long as it is presented with alternatives in the classroom that are discussed at some length, thus with critical thinking as opposed to lockstep, just support the accepted narrative, which is so much confirmation bias. It's called confirmation bias. Confirmation bias is enforced in pretty much all forms of education. You have to toe the line. You don't get to get a book in front of a school board that doesn't toe the line. Page 178, lesson 7.1, Humanity, Global Systems, and Change. How can we wrap our heads, quote, how can we wrap our heads around the fact that human activity is causing significant changes in several global systems? One page later, he says, there is no universally accepted formula for causing ecological footprints. That is to say, there are no metrics to support the previous statement. Following that statement, 2 pages later, under Anthropocene, or the age of humans, is the period during, quote, is the period during which human activity has become the major cause of global change. Again, with no supporting metrics that are universally accepted. So then moving on to lesson 15.1, these are all called lessons. Human chromosomes, what makes us human? To find out what makes it, a quote, to find out what makes us uniquely human, we have to look deep into the genetic instructions that build each new individual. So therefore, we are nothing more than animals and prisoners of our chromosomes. And that's it. And then we complain that our children act like animals. Darwin's page 483, lesson 17.3, which we've talked about, natural selection, evolution of natural selection, is the struggle for existence. That is over limited resources. And then 17.4, the age of Earth and fossils depends on time. Okay.